Hi everyone! Did I scare you for Halloween? I wanted to scare you. No, I didn't. It's okay. I tried. So, hi everyone. Welcome to the F.A.K.E virtual pop-up. So, fashion for animal kingdom and environment. So, we are here to have an amazing moment today. We're gonna have a beautiful brand, vegan and ethical sneakers, amazing shoes that are 100% vegan, ethically made. You're gonna love it. And right away after, we will have Charlie Fyffe with us. I'm super excited because he's gonna do a recipe just for us, just for you. So get ready for that. We're gonna talk everything vegan, everything fashion, everything. So yeah, I'm gonna start right away. Oh, first of all, I always forget about this. You see this? You can text us on WhatsApp and you receive instant gift. You just text us, you just say hi, and we send you many different gift codes that we have. We partner with many different vegan and ethical fashion brands. So just text us, just say hi. Yeah, and we're gonna start right away with Cynthia.
Hi,
Ta-da!
hello.
How are you?
Great, Jonathan, and you?
Amazing. You know, I realized today it's the number 23rd, and it's been more than 6 months we are doing this live. So I'm super excited. And
Me
I also realized that it's been a year that I have your shoes and they're still perfect. They are still perfect. They still smell good. Like, you won't believe. You need to try them to realize they smell like coconut, like there's something, and it keeps smelling. So it's really amazing.
Oh, that's cool. That's good that you love. And I see so many of your pictures you are using a lot for
Yeah,
sure.
I always have them.
Oh, that's
And I
cool.
and I
Is
don't wear socks. You're the one
it
who told me I don't need to wear socks with them, and it's true. I don't wear socks, and it keeps smelling super good because it's cork, right? So
yeah.
it antibacteria, so there's no smell. It's actually very comfortable. But yeah, tell us a little more about your brand, about your shoes.
In
I'm, I'm
fact,
gonna I'm gonna show your website while you explain.
okay. In fact, when I was deciding to put different fabrics, like inside it's organic cotton. So let me see.
Mm.
It's very soft, like a t-shirt material, so it doesn't hurt your skin. And I was looking for that because so many of the shoes we buy, especially sneakers, you feel like it's too hard sometimes, hurt your skin. So I was
Yeah.
putting something very kind and soft. Then I was like, with this we don't need to wear socks. Plus with the cork, while you walk and sweat, the cork absorbs all the humidity. So, and
Mm.
it's a natural antibacterial. So it's amazing. It's good for the environment and good for us,
Mm.
for your feet. Super comfortable. We have been working with the lawyers and patent. So we have done the patent already to give it extra comfort. And now we have like customers like you, 1 year old. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Was exactly at this time of the year. So it was like very very good for us. Like after 1 year we have customers that are new customers, but the old customers are always coming back.
Mm.
So our purpose, is that your question?
Yeah, and what amazed me is that you told me one day that you have, if I don't, tell me if I'm wrong, but you have like 14 different material in just one shoes.
Yeah, that's true. For example, seems just regular sneakers, but for example, if you look close, we don't use any metal.
Mm.
So this requires like different materials inside, outside, different type of work. So many manufacturers, they are like kind of telling us, oh, I don't want to do that or change this. But our shoes are completely different the way they were made from the standards, exactly to avoid waste pollution. So
Mm.
that's why we have so many recycled materials like coconut fiber, cotton, recycled. We try to avoid polyester, so the minimum as possible, because
But
the
even the polyester, sorry, I because the polyester you use, it's plastic bottle recycled, right?
yes, it's like to avoid waste pollution. So all the plastic bottles people use, we shred them and we create a new thread that was from cotton and plastic bottles. So they have been separated. This cotton waste pre-consumed is not post-consumed, is from the fashion
Mm.
industry. So just the scraps, from the manufacturers. And
Mm.
this has been separated by colors. So in this way, we don't have to use water to dye colors. All the colors you see, it's from the previous materials, the previous
Wow.
garment. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm the best proof because I have them for like a year and they're still perfect. Like they didn't move at all. So
That,
yeah,
that
and you have a little surprise for all the fakers.
has spooky. A very surprise for Halloween. In our website and Instagram, we are giving $20 off, but for fakers, we are giving 30 off.
Yeah. Oh, $30.
$30, yeah,
Oh, I thought it was 30%. Wait, let me. Uh, it's even better actually.
yeah, yeah.
So
So
$30 off. Boom! With the promo code
yeah,
hashtag fake30 off. So yeah, thank you so much. Honestly, if you guys think about investing in shoes, trust me, they are amazing. They are amazing. It's so comfortable. I don't know if you see here how it is.
okay.
You need to try them to see. And they smell good. That's shocking. And those are 1 year old. I use him maybe not every day, but at least 4 or 5 times per week. Every time I go out. So now with COVID, I don't go out that much, but every time I go out, I use them. So thank you so much for being here and for this amazing promo code.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I hope soon we are going to celebrate 1 year of fake movement. Right?
Yes. And exactly. I mean, the virtual pop-up, because fake we almost 2 years actually, but the virtual pop-up have 6 months. And yeah, and I put here
Wow.
Arcas Bear sneakers on Instagram. Go check it out right now.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. Have a happy Sunday.
You too. Okay, and now we're gonna receive Charlie's Fyffe, the founder of the vegan recipe book. I can see he's ready. Let me add him right now. Hello,
Hey, hey,
how are you?
I'm doing amazing. How are you?
Very good. I'm super happy to have you because for the first time in the entire history of Fake, we're gonna have a live recipe.
Cool. I'm
Yeah.
happy to be that guy.
I don't want to put pressure on you, but it's the first time ever. So yeah, so can you maybe start by telling us a little bit about you, who you are, your vegan journey, how you came to become this amazing chef with this amazing app that we're going to talk about?
Sure. Well, yeah, I started as a baker. I used to sell my brownies and cookies in high school, just like a little side hustle. And in college, I got really into it and joined the baking club and the cooking club, and I learned really how to bake. And by the time I was a junior, I ended up getting a contract with the coffee shop in my college campus. So from the age of 20, I was already in business selling desserts. And then later in my journey, more and more people were asking me for vegan options. So I started to do vegan baking before I was vegan. And then the very first day that I ever was selling vegan brownies, a vegan guy, of course, came to my booth and bought all the brownies and offered to buy me a beer after I was sold out. And so I said, yeah, of course. And I chatted with him and he asked me to join his program that he was doing called My Vegan Journey. So that was a 90-day commitment to eating vegan food, learning about it, and also like some fitness stuff involved. And I didn't know if I wanted to be vegan at that point, but I like challenges and I liked eating healthy. So I joined this program. And after the 90 days, through the 90 days, I was vegan. And since then, I've been vegan now for 8 years. And shortly after I went vegan, of course, I transitioned my business, Charlie's Brownies, to an all vegan business. So that's kind of how that started. In terms of, thank you, in terms of culinary and cooking, that was on my own. Just being vegan and wanting to help other people go vegan, you kind of need to support your message with some good food. So I took it upon myself to learn how to cook. And I've been practicing for a long time, especially this past year because of COVID. I had nothing else to do. So that's really what's been going on with me.
Yeah, and you're a strong vegan activist as well. And that's what I love about you. I always tell you is that I feel like you are bringing veganism in a new level. Like you show to people how cool it is to be vegan. Because, we all, I mean, now it starts to end, but 2-3 years ago, before that, people were seeing vegan like people a little
hippies,
exactly. And you create those events like vegan AF event I was there for the New Year's. It was
that was
the best event in the year. Tell us a little bit about this event.
Cool.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about how you create these events and how it was.
The events, yeah. So way back in the day, in college, while I was doing baking stuff, I was also throwing parties. I had like a famous MySpace called Party Charlie back in the day, and I used to be the big party guy. So that was way back. And then through my 20s, I kind of stopped doing that. I stopped resonating with the club scene and all that. So I didn't really do that for so long. And then this past year for my birthday, one of my friends who was visiting, vegan activist Donnie, vegan as fuck, he was visiting and he was really excited about my birthday more than I was and wanted to do something. So we threw a party, like a big pool party. And it was just the coolest thing, like how it came together. It was just kind of like a dream. It's like you're at an event, there's music, there's DJs, there's all kinds of food. It's all vegan. There's a bunch of vegans there. And we realized that this was missing, this kind of environment. Because we love veg fests. We go to all of them. I'm a vendor at many of them. And that's fun, but that's its own thing. That's more focused on the food. But our events are like focused on a few things: the socializing, the dancing, and the fun. And then also the food is kind of interwoven into the mix, so you kind of get everything all at once.
Yeah.
So from that birthday, we decided to make it a real thing. We started vegan AF events, and we started throwing parties. We did a couple more pool parties. We did a Halloween party that was all vegan food with a vegan candy buffet. And then we did the New Year's thing, of course. That was really fun. We brought in the cold pressed juice at the tables. We had the vegan pizza going around everywhere.
That was amazing.
Because as a vegan, you're not used to that. You're used to going out with your friends and you can't order anything. Everything's disgusting. All your friends are eating this nasty dairy, and you're let down. That's not, for me, that's not fun. So we're trying to create an environment that's fun for people who are compassionate and vegan, or people that are interested in learning about it. So that's really what that was. And we still want to do a lot more events. I had 3 big ones planned, but of course, COVID kind of smashed that business. I haven't done an event since New Year's. I haven't been able to do an event. So, but interestingly enough, not being able to throw parties pushed me into the kitchen. I had nothing else to do. So it's like, I got to do something. So I just started cooking every day, 2 times a day for like 6 months now. I've been just cooking. And it led to the development of this app that I just launched. So it's cool how it kind of worked out, in that way.
Yeah, that's amazing because most of vegan, recipe, it's always hard to find. You have to buy those books, and in those books it missed something. So you check video on YouTube, but it's hard to find like the perfect videos. And you have everything in one app where you can find all the best recipe. You have some maybe a little more difficult than other, but most of them are pretty easy from what I check.
Yeah, we want to have a wide range, which I feel is missing. Even me, I'm a decent chef, and when I go and I want to make something, I have to look through a bunch of websites, and I don't know which one's good, which one's not. And then also sometimes I might not know like the more basic part of the recipe. So we have, all stages. So we have like, how to make perfect sauteed mushrooms, how to, properly prepare your spinach, the best quinoa, like the basics, so that people can become empowered and kind of make their own bowls and do their own thing. But then also if they want to do something more advanced, now they have the skills to actually do it. So it's kind of like a mini culinary school. In a way, we have a tab under the ingredients and the instructions for each recipe. We have a tab called education. And what that does is it tells you what each ingredient, or at least the important ones, what they're doing. Like, this is in here because it's making this thing thicker. But if you don't have that, you can use this other ingredient. And then people start to understand what's happening. Then they get into the magic and the science, and then they feel empowered. Like, oh shoot, I can step in the kitchen and I can bang this out. I don't even need the app. It's really just a tool to help people out.
And people can directly contact you on each menu. They want to ask you something, to add a tips or something. They can talk to you right away.
I have opened myself up to the world for pretty much free consulting on making these recipes. I respond within 48 hours if you message me through the app, and I'm here to help. My goal with this is to just help anyone anywhere that wants to learn how to, start cooking vegan, because that's a big barrier. A lot of people are interested, but they don't know where to start. So hopefully we can become a place where, it's trustworthy. That's what I want. I just want people to know, that they can trust. They can go here and they can make something good and share with their friends or their family, and don't have to search too far to make it happen.
Yeah, and I saw that you already have many recipe, but you have like hundreds who are coming. And I was amazed to see that, because you start with Charlie's brownie, and I was amazed to see that you already have one brownies. So you already give your like best.
So disclaimer there. So I did release. I haven't even announced that yet, but I did release a raw brownie recipe, which is a little different than my baked. Charlie's brownies. I don't know if I'll ever release that.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, what? I have the brownie already.
but the raw brownie is delicious, and the thing I like about it is it's quick. It's all you need is a food processor. Just this little thing. I have one right here. I can show you. It's just this small little device. That's all you need. It's cool because you don't need any pans. You don't need to bake. You don't need to turn on your oven. All you need is this to make it, and it's really similar to like a baked brownie. So I think that one's gonna be popular.
Are you going to, I don't know, I just say it like that, I don't know if that's a thing, but to like put, for example, those machines on your app that we can buy directly on your app or something like that? Because I feel like that's something that could help for people to have the perfect tools.
You can tell that you're an entrepreneur. You're a smart guy. So we have some cool stuff we're planning, definitely. I'm not going to say what just yet, but here's a little preview. This is my personal knife. And it's
nice.
The logo. And this is a really good Japanese knife. So, there's a lot of things we can do, but for now, we just want to get recipes. But there's a lot of tools that people don't even know about. You don't even learn about it till you really start cooking. Yeah. But we want to be able to give people access to a quality knife or a food processor, things like that. So that's coming in the pipeline for sure.
Nice. So I just want to share really quick the website, but it's mainly the app. So you can have it on Apple Store, Play Store, Google Store, Amazon Store, all the store in the world.
Yep.
And and you will have all the recipe. Like we can see here, the education you were talking about.
Yeah.
You have pretty much everything. Oh, there's also this super cool thing. Oh, it's this kind of like Tinder food.
Yes, we got the vegan food Tinder going on. There's not too many options yet. Only 33, but we're gonna add a lot more recipes in the next 6 months, and it'll be
but it's
fun to swipe.
That's actually the good thing, because now, like you say, you just have 33, but there is another place where you can see what you're gonna have, what recipe you're gonna have, and we can see there's like,
so you know what's coming, basically.
Yeah, and we can see there's like hundreds, and if you guys want to know exactly what will be the best thing to do, go in right now, because I'm pretty sure that like now you give yourself very available, but I'm pretty sure that in few maybe months or even weeks or even days you won't be able to answer to all the message. So people should go right now and check it out right now.
Exactly, you got it.
And yeah, I had some questions. Yeah, the easiest and the most difficult recipe you have, where will be?
On the app,
Yeah, or even
the easiest is probably
a glass of water.
probably actually yes. I have a lemon cucumber detox water, and you literally
Oh, really?
the cucumber and you cut a lemon and you put it in. But really that one's about education, because a lot of people when they go vegan, they deal with they eat a lot of like gluten and a lot of beans, and they get like bloating and gas and things like that. You need to have a remedy, and cucumber is great. So while you're enjoying all these junk foods when you're out eating, you got to also have something where you can heal yourself. And I feel like that's one that people forget about. Is something so simple, but even right now, what I'm drinking, this is like I put some mint and some lemon in my water, but it's a way to really boost your water up.
Actually, I know you a lot into this, like creating your own immune system with foods, and so what will be your best food daily, like recommendation? Like you wake up, what you eat, till night.
Okay. In the morning, I always start with some hot water, like warm water with like some lime or lemon, and that's something that the Japanese do. What it does, that combination, the warm and the citrus, it stimulates your blood in your body, and it stimulates you. So that's also very detoxifying. And then for my own pleasure, I usually have a latte. That's like my morning ritual, and I alternate between matcha, chai, burdock, beet, maca. I'm fancy with lattes. That's like one of my things that I love.
What milk do you use?
I either make like a pumpkin seed milk, or I just buy the milk with oat milk.
Oh yeah,
Milk makes a really good
love
milk. They don't add anything to it. They do the enzyme treatment just like Oatly, so it becomes sweet naturally and really nice. But they don't add any oil or any of those like phosphorus, benzodine. They don't add any like thickeners or anything. It's just really clean, good oat milk. So I just finished it. This is the one I like from the store. If I'm not making my own, I get this milk.
Yeah, this one is really impressive.
Yeah, and then I always then I go to the gym and do yoga right after my latte, and then I have fruit. Like I just now before this, I went to the gym and did yoga this morning, and then I had a cactus pear and I had a persimmon. But I feel and from what I've studied, fruit is really good in the morning because it's easy to digest and it gets your system. It gets you like, okay, I can get that through. It gets you going. It sets up your engine. And it gives you natural sugars, which is natural energy. When you eat something heavy that's hard to digest, that's when you get sleepy and you slow down. But you want to start your day with energy. And it's also very hydrating. So you're getting that out of the way. You got to hydrate every day. If you forget to drink water, what's going to save you is fruit, because there's a lot of water in fruit. So I always suggest that. I pretty much exclusively eat fruit. Here and there will be like maybe some toast and jam or some cereal, but mostly fruit in the morning. And then for lunch, it wavers. Let's do whatever I feel like. But I would say the best thing to do would be to have some greens, because that's another thing that's energizing. So like a power salad, like a quinoa salad or something with tempeh or something like that is good. And then for dinner, I try to eat early. That's my thing with dinner. I try to eat dinner at 5 or 6 o'clock to give myself a period before I go to bed so they can all digest. But I kind of, for dinner, it's anything goes. If I want to have some pad thai, if I want to have some pizza or whatever, veggie burger, it's all good. That's kind of like my flow.
And how often do you think we can eat like vegan junk food? Is it something that it's okay, we can eat as many as we want, or it's better to not eat too much?
I like to look at it as a treat. Like maybe eat out 2-3 times a week, which is still a lot, but it's enjoyable. I love to eat out. It's fun. It's good. It's delicious. But like personally, me, if I eat out like oily fried food like 4 days in a row or something, my stomach starts to hurt. I don't know if I have digestive problems or everyone's different, but I can't even do it. You know, I understand how I'm feeling, but like, I got to take a step back. Like I need a raw wrap. I need some raw tacos or something. Like I like the feeling of refreshing food. That's actually what got me interested in veganism was raw food. You know, because you eat it and then you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I can like,
Yeah.
you know,
And you can keep eating, and you're ready to go to do whatever.
like junk food is more about the taste. It's more about like pleasure. You know, it's not really about nourishing your body.
It's
I
true.
love it. I will always love vegan junk food.
And what is the main ingredient that everybody should have in their kitchen?
Oh,
Sorry, I got you here.
honestly, I would say lion's mane
The what?
or dried mushrooms.
Dried mushrooms?
Dried mushrooms.
I think I never tried dried mushrooms.
Dried mushrooms. That's what I used for. It does a few things. You can develop a lot of flavor, and it's kind of a thickener. Very similar to nutritional yeast.
Okay, I'm gonna try. I never tried dried mushroom.
Most people haven't. It's weirdly not really talked about. You see some chefs talking about it. The best chefs that I know use it, and it's what I've been using for a while. So that's one I'm going to be promoting heavily, and we're putting a lot of people on to the power of mushrooms because they're really awesome. And not only do they serve a functional purpose in the recipe, but they also have health benefits. Like each mushroom has a different thing that it does. You know, some help our nervous system, some of them are for immunity, some give you energy. You know, so I really love mushrooms, and I'm going to show people on the app how to use them, how to cook with them, and we're actually today's recipe has dried mushrooms in it. So you're going to see today.
Yeah, and I'm actually checking how we call this in English, scallops. Because in French, it's noix de Saint-Jacques. I tried the oyster mushroom, and it tastes like oyster. Like it was crazy. So I realized that it's
crazy.
Yeah, it gives you the texture, and then you just have to put the right flavor, and it's oyster. It's crazy.
Yeah, oyster, and then the king trumpet. The trumpet ones, when you slice them, those are the ones that come out like scallops. Those are really good.
Yes, so the power of mushroom. I'm gonna check a little more about this.
And mushroom is like, I mean, if you want to call it meat replacement, it's not processed, but I feel like knowing how to use each type of mushroom, you can get a chicken type of thing going. You know, you can get burgers going, even just on their own. You know, mushrooms are great. So I will be pushing the mushroom agenda onto everyone.
I will try, but we need to be careful. We cannot just grab mushroom outside and eat it.
If you're gonna forage mushrooms, definitely have someone that's experienced.
Yeah,
understands, because some mushrooms are poisonous.
Yeah,
and then some make you hallucinate.
Yeah, I never tried those. I'm too scared for that. Oh wait, I see we have. Okay, anyway, yeah. So I have this question that I always love to ask. So, let's say I'm not vegan. I don't know anything about it, and you have 2 minutes to convince me to go vegan and to download your app. What would you say?
Okay, so all right, I am vegan because I extend my morality beyond just humans. The same way that I wouldn't murder another human or someone I know or my friend, I see the animals as the same way. Now, most of us already have extended our morality to dogs and cats and pets, but we stop when it comes to animals that we think taste good. But if you're going to do that and you're going to try to talk about intelligence and why you love the cat and not the pig, then you actually become what? A hypocrite, because you lack integrity at that point. You're choosing one species because you think it's cute and because it's convenient. So when you're choosing them for this reason because of how they look, then you are speciesist, which is very similar to racism. You know, if you're going to choose to love something and kill another based on how they look, then that's insanity. And the only reason that we do that is because we are conditioned to be that way. And we've been separated from the process of how our food gets to us. I tell them, look, if you want to resonate with what I'm saying, just watch one slaughterhouse video and you'll see what happens. You'll see the cows crying. You'll see them chasing down their children. You'll see the children wanting their mother. You know, the only reason that there is milk is because it's for a baby. You know, so we've just been totally warped, and we need to step out of that. And you know, just knowing that, if you say, hey, okay, I'm ready to be vegan, I want to do it, that's where the app comes in. My app is going to show you, boom, right away, no hesitation. If you don't know where to start here. It'll show you the basics: spinach, mushrooms, quinoa, build a bowl, boom, and all that goes into it, all the spices you need, how to cook, and then, you know, you build up, you try the next recipe, and you become a better chef in a very short amount of time with some dedication. So we're cutting down the barriers and the time it takes to successfully live a compassionate life and have your words match your actions.
You convinced me.
I don't know if that was 2 minutes, but I tried.
That was perfect. So everybody should support you, support everything you do. Download the app. Let me show it again. I have this here, the vegan recipe book app. Go right now, download it, and thanks me later. What I love the most with the app is, of course, all these recipes that are, most of them are pretty easy. You read and you're like, okay, I can do that easily.
Yeah.
And that's what I loved. And also the fact that we can directly ask you questions and talk to you directly. And yeah, what you say remind me of, we had you on the F.A.K.E virtual pop-up for the special Black Lives Matter sessions.
Right.
And, we were talking about this actually, about, like you said, that speciesism is the roots of racism, and that I believe we should redefine veganism, because that's why we say fake animal kingdom, which means for the animal, but the human animal and the non-human animal. We need to take care of all the animal, and we are animals. So how would you define veganism?
Really similar to what I said earlier, is having compassion for all sentient beings and having empathy for others, you know, that not just humans. You don't know what it's like to be a cow or a pig, but we know that they are not very different from us. They have emotions, they have families, they love, they have you know, dreams and thoughts and all these things, and all they want to do is just live and be happy, you know. So you actually don't need to kill them to survive. You know, it's different if you were like an Eskimo and no vegetables were growing, you literally had to kill that seal to live. That's life and death. That is not what we're talking about. We're talking about, in today's world, which we are civilized and we have a choice, because we can thrive on plants and because they're more sustainable. It's just a better option. You know, why senselessly kill? You know, would you want to be killed? What if someone came to us and was more powerful than us and just said, oh, those humans, oh, I like how they taste, I'm going to slit their throat? You would be, oh my God, like, you know, and it's crazy because the cows know, you see it, they know what's happening to them, they know it's coming, you know. So if you can put yourself in their you know, body for a second, in their eyes, then have some empathy, you know. Why senselessly cause pain? And going beyond that, it's really ridiculous what happens because we kill them. You know, so much pollution. So we're ruining the ozone layer. We're ruining the water under the ground. We're cutting down forests, all just to please our taste buds. It's really senseless. And if we keep it up at this pace, we're not going to have a home for us to live. So we're really killing ourselves by killing animals.
No, very well said. And this is why we should all download this app. And this is why you're gonna do a little teaser of this app by doing a recipe right now.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm gonna let you on the screen, and I let you be the like explaining us everything.
I'm the host now. I'm the host of F.A.K.E. Okay, here we go. All right, y'all. So today we're gonna make Charlie's popcorn.
Nice.
So I'm gonna show you guys, you know, just how to make popcorn in general, that you could just put salt on and call it a day. But today we're gonna do my favorite popcorn that I think everyone should try. It's called togarashi popcorn. Now, togarashi is a Japanese seasoning that is spicy and also has dried orange peel, so it has like an orangey, citrusy vibe and spice, as well as sesame seeds and seaweed. So it's this great mixture of 7 different things going on. And we're going to infuse that as a spice onto a popcorn. and it's gonna blow your mind. So let's start over here. We got our pot, our trusty pot, and we're gonna use this oil. This is my go-to if I am using oil. A lot of my recipes are oil-free, but this is avocado oil. I'm just gonna 1, 2, and a 3. All right, we got the oil in the pan. We're gonna go on medium heat. And we're gonna give that about 20, 30 seconds just to get the oil hot. And then we're going to add our trusty popcorn kernels, as you can see. Boom, you can just buy these at the store. Popcorn kernels, organic, of course. You wanna do with corn, because a lot of corn is GMO, and GMOs are bad for the bees. So if you're buying corn or soy ever, go for organic for sure. All right, it's been about 15, 20 seconds. We're gonna pour our kernels into the pot. Now, the key here, very important, you wanna use like a spatula, and you wanna make sure that all the kernels are touching the bottom and touching metal, because when you pour them in loosely, they kind of piled on top of each other. So you want them all touching the bottom and spread evenly with the oil. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. And for those of you who are oil-free, I believe there's a way to do popcorn without oil. There's, I think, like it's called like an air popper. I have not used one, but I am interested because I'm moving towards, basically my goal is to do, if it's possible to do a recipe oil-free, that's how I want to do it. But some things, you know, some things you just gotta have fried. So I gotta mix of both. All right, now our kernels are spread. We got our heat on. You can kind of go on high to start. And then the trick with popcorn is you don't want it to burn. So, you know, you can keep it kind of hot, you know, in the beginning. And then as things start to pop, you kind of want to slowly turn that heat down, because what happens is the heat gets so hot at the bottom that any of the kernels that have popped already that are at the bottom, they will burn. So this is something that you want to watch. You don't want to really step away too much, you know, from your popcorn. So while that is getting ready to pop, it's going to get popping in a second. I'll just tell you about this this seasoning that we got going here. So this is a mix of a few things. It's a togarashi seasoning, which that recipe is on the app. And togarashi is good for putting, like, sprinkling on top of rice or some noodles. It's also good in soups and things like that. And of course, popcorn. And then there's a few other spices in here. One of the main ones being lion's mane, which is a type of mushroom. If you're unfamiliar with lion's mane, it's like this white fuzzy mushroom that you might have seen in pictures before online. I like it because I feel it resembles chicken the most out of any mushroom. So if you're making like a chicken pad thai or something that involves chicken or even fried chicken, lion's mane should probably be your #1 go-to. There's other ones that are like that. There's oyster and maitake. But lion's mane is really great. There's also, the good thing about lion's mane is it's good for our focus and our nervous system. So if you have like anxiety or trouble focusing, lion's mane is a good one to incorporate in your diet, maybe in your food cooking, and also in like maybe lattes or teas or anything you're doing like that. For this mixture that I made, this is gonna be more for umami flavor to go along with the togarashi. So the togarashi is bringing some spice and its own flavor, and then the lion's mane is bringing its own thing, and together it's just really awesome. I've made this a million times. I've tried this out so many because popcorn is my favorite snack. So as you can maybe hear over here, things are popping, stuff's happening. Now it's on high still, so I'm gonna tone it down, the heat to like a medium. And the reason why that's okay is because since the top is on, heat has already built up inside of the pot. So if you keep it on high, it's just going to keep getting too hot. So now we've gotten it to a level, and turning it down to medium is just kind of keep it where it's at. So now this is the key with popcorn that a lot of people don't know is once it's done, you want to take it off the heat and take that top off immediately. Because like I said, it will burn. And there's a very, very thin line between perfect, fluffy popcorn and dry, unappealing popcorn. So you want to stay on task and stay focused, as you see. Pop, 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 pop. All right.
Well, I love it.
So it's starting to slow down a little bit. I'm gonna even turn the heat down just a little bit more. So now it's on like a medium low, and it's starting to slow down. So I'm just gonna turn the heat off. It's better to have a few kernels at the bottom that didn't pop than to have your popcorn dry and disgusting. We don't waste that time and all that, all those resources. So even with the heat off right now, there's still some poppage going because, like I said, there's heat in there. We can give that a second.
And you have to make sure to not forget the top.
Yeah, you need the top. Otherwise, you're gonna have stuff flying all over your kitchen. Explosion. You need the top. Okay, so it's pretty much done. I still hear a few kernels popping, but we're gonna bring this on over. All right. Woo! Still some popping. All right. So now we're gonna season our popcorn. So I've tried a million different ways, and this is my method that I think is the easiest. I used to do it in batches, like take a little bit out and then treat it and mix it and then put more and more and more, do that like 3 or 4 times. But this method I feel is the best because you can do it in one shot. So I have just like a tray here, as you see, a baking tray. So we're gonna pour our popcorn out.
Wow.
We got a few kernels, but not that many. I only saw like 5 or 6, so did a pretty good job. All right. Then this is the key to making it like buttery, like movie popcorn. You that nice gloss without adding too much fat. This is this avocado oil spray. So this is really convenient because if you're using the actual oil and you're trying to drizzle it over and mix it, you know, it's hard to mix it properly. So this spray just makes it super easy. So we're just gonna boom, 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 give it a little fat. Who doesn't love avocados? Come on, I met a few people, but avocado is awesome. So now our popcorn has a nice wet fattiness going on, and so this is the perfect for adding a dry spice because then it will stick to it. So this here, we're gonna take our togarashi, lion's mane, and spices mix, and we're just gonna boom all over. All right, and then we also, the recipe calls for some salt. So here we have pink Himalayan salt. We're gonna do that thing too, all over. All right, and then using these spatulas, you can just kind of mix it in. Might spill a little bit, but that's okay.
So you can put the spice basically that you like.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of different popcorns on the app. This is the first one I put because it's my favorite. But yeah, you can do a lot with popcorn. Popcorn goes deep. I feel at the movie theater they're only showing you the beginning, salt and butter. But popcorn can be really, really good. I like taking popcorn on road trips, so that's why I've made it so many times. All right.
And so I guess it's important to put the oil before, so the spice gonna stick to the popcorn, right?
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah. So we got seasoned popcorn here, and then we got our bowl. I'm going to transfer it over.
And then you need to try. We want to see your face if it's really good or not.
All right, almost done over here. And then once you get it in your bowl, you can mix it up some more. You can shake it up, of course. All right. Voila. We have Charlie's popcorn.
Oh, nice.
Now, I'm going to take a little bite. Here we go.
Yeah. How it is?
So this is the problem, man.
Oh, great.
I'm addicted to popcorn.
I need to try. Give me one. Give me one. I'm gonna try today. I swear.
Dude, this is my problem. Like, I will eat the whole thing. So, like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit here for a few minutes and eat more, but after a while, I'm gonna have to put it away.
But I'm gonna try for sure because I'm amazed how easy. I don't know why to me popcorn is difficult or like it takes a lot of times and no, it's actually super easy, super fast.
That took what, 10 minutes?
Yeah, not even like 5 minutes. So
Oh, no.
so yeah.
It's so good.
So we have Charlie, the new king of pop, with us. And yeah. You're not gonna stop. So yeah, so thank you so much. That was amazing. I'm gonna make some today. I'm pretty sure. Like I wanted to watch Borat, so I'm gonna watch Borat while I do my popcorn for sure.
Nice. Yeah, that's perfect.
So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you everyone. So we won't have the virtual pop-up next week. Not because of Halloween, but because it's Suzeli's birthday. So yeah, it's gonna be a little complicated, but we see you right away after. And yeah, I think today we celebrate our 6 months of virtual pop-ups.
Woo-hoo!
Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for being here, and see you in 2 weeks.
Sounds good.
Bye, and everybody, go
Ciao.
check Vegan Recipe Book app. Bye bye.